Good afternoon. My name is Thomas D. Glasscock. I'm Agency Counsel for the Nassau County Local Economic Assistance Corporation, hereafter referred to as the issuer. Now I've been authorized to hold a public hearing. Today is September 20th, 2022, and the time is now 4 p.m. We are at the Theodore Roosevelt Executive and Legislative Building Ceremonial Chambers on the second floor. That's at 1550 Franklin Avenue, Mineola, New York, 11501. Please also note that this is a public hearing and it's being held both live streamed and recorded. In addition, we have a stenographer present who will be transcribing what is said at this public hearing so we can add the transcript of this public hearing to the public hearing record. Interested parties may also submit written comments which will be included within the public record. Written comments may be submitted at this public hearing or sent to the Nassau County Local Economic Assistance Corporation at 1 West, 4th floor, Mineola, New York, 11501, or via email to info@Nassau or NASSAULEAC.com. That's info@NassauLeak.com. All written comments must be submitted to the issuer by 5 p.m. on September 20th, 2022 to be incorporated into the public hearing record. Public comments may be shared with the Board of Directors if the issuer at its meeting on September 22nd, 2022, that's Thursday evening, starting at approximately 6:30 p.m. when this matter is scheduled to be considered. This public hearing is being held pursuant to Section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986, as amended, hereinafter referred to as the Code, in connection with the following. South Nassau Community Hospital, a not-for-profit corporation organized and existing under the laws of the state of New York and an organization described in Section 501c3 of the Code, which is exempt from federal income taxation pursuant to 501A of the Code, we're going to refer to that as the hospital or the institution, submitted an application for financial assistance to the issuer, requesting that the issuer issue its Nassau County Local Economic Assistance Corporation revenue bonds, South Nassau Community Hospital Project, Series 2022A, as qualified 501c3 bonds under Section 145 of the Code, in an amount estimated to be $53 million. We'll refer to that as the Series 2020A bonds, and its Nassau County Local Economic Assistance Corporation Hospital Project, Series 2022B, as qualified 501c3 bonds under Section 145 of the Code, in an amount presently estimated to be $37 million. We'll refer to that as the Series 2022B bonds, and together with the Series 2022A bonds, we'll refer to them collectively as the Series 2022 bonds. The maximum principal amount of the 2022 bonds will not exceed $95 million. If the issuance of the Series 2022 bonds is approved by the issuer, if it's approved, the proceeds of the 2022 bonds will be issued by the institution to finance all or a portion of the costs of the following project: the renovation and improvement of and acquisition of equipment for the institution's main hospital facility building at the institution's existing campus, located at 1 Health Way, Oceanside, Town of Hempstead, Nassau County, New York. We'll refer to that as the land. The refunding of the issuer's $90,770,000 revenue bonds with the South Nassau Community Hospital Project, the Series 2012 bonds, the proceeds of which, together with other funds of the issuance of the institution, were used for the purchase and providing of financing for the previously completed hospital facilities capital projects located at the land and on the institution outpatient healthcare facilities located at several locations. They are 3618 Oceanside Road, Oceanside, New York, 196 Merrick Road, Oceanside, New York, 440 Merrick Road, Oceanside, New York, 1 South Central Avenue, Valley Stream, New York, and 2277 Grand Avenue, Baldwin, New York, as well as with regard to administrative office facilities located at 452 Merrick Road, Oceanside, and 2 parking facilities located at 2485 Oceanside Drive and 2479 Oceanside Drive in Oceanside, New York, all constituting the upgrading, financing, and/or refinancing of a healthcare facility and other directly and indirectly related activities for use by the institution. Also, the paying of capitalized interest on the Series 2022 bonds, the funding of a debt service reserve fund if required for the 2022 bonds, and the paying of certain costs of issuance of the 2022 bonds, which is collectively referred to as the Series 2022 bond. If the issuance of the Series 22 bonds is approved by the issuer, the proceeds of the Series 2022 bonds will be loaned by the issuer to the institution pursuant to the terms of the loan agreement and other similar agreements by and between issuer and the institution, which we'll refer to as a loan agreement, requiring that the institution or its designee make payments equal to debt service on the 2022 bonds and make certain other payments. The 2022 bonds will be special limited obligations of the issuer, payable solely from the loan amounts made by the institution, loan payments made by the institution to the issuer pursuant to the loan agreement, and certain other assets of the institution pledged to the repayment of the Series 2022 bonds. The Series 2022 bonds shall not be a debt of the state of New York or of any political subdivision thereof, including the county of Nassau, New York, and neither the state of New York nor any political subdivision thereof, including the Nassau County, New York, or the county of Nassau, New York, shall be liable thereon. If the issuance of the Series 2022 bonds is approved by the issuer, it is intended that the Series 2022 bonds will be issued as qualified 501c3 bonds within the meaning of Section 145 of the Code, the interest in which Series 2022 bonds shall be excluded from gross income for federal income tax purposes pursuant to Section 103C of the Code. Notice of this public hearing was published in Newsday, the Nassau edition, on August 26, 2022, and was posted on the issuer's website on that date. The purpose of this public hearing is to provide an opportunity for all interested parties to present their views, both orally and in writing, with respect to the issuance of the Series 2022 bonds, or the location or nature of the Series 2022 project. Minutes of this public hearing, including copies of written comments received by the issuer, as aforesaid, will be made available to the Honorable Bruce A. Blakeman, County Executive, Nassau County, New York. Approval of the issuance of the Series 2022 bonds by the County of New York, or County of Nassau, New York, through the Honorable Bruce A. Blakeman, is necessary in order for the interest on the Series 2022 bonds to be excluded from gross income for federal income tax purposes. It is requested that remarks be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. And at this time, I'd invite that anybody interested to state their full name, spelling, and address for the record. And first, I'd like to turn to the institution to see if it has a representative that would like to speak on this.
Good afternoon. My name is John Coleman. I am the Senior Vice President, CFO at South Nassau Community Hospital. It's POHLMAN. We're located at 1 Healthy Way, Oceanside, New York, 11572. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Nassau County Local Economic Assistance Corporation for considering 2022 bonds. I feel we have a very good relationship with the LEAC from the 2012 bond issue. And this will certainly allow us to refinance that debt at a much lower cost. And with the new projects that we have lined up, to continue to provide the high quality health care that the members of the community deserve in South Nassau County. So I just wanted to again thank the committee for the consideration.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to ask if Chairman Kessel would like to make any remarks.
Thanks, thanks, Tom. I just wanted to say first on that we've got a board member here, Richie Spinello. I want to recognize him. This is a very exciting project. For me, it's super exciting because I was born at South Nassau Community Hospital in Oceanside. And maybe to some people that's not a good thing, but for my purpose, I remember it was a lot smaller and the whole world was different then. But it's a great institution, and I think it's important to note that it serves not just the residents of the local community, but it serves people far and wide. Purpose of LEAP is to help nonprofits, hospitals expand, retain jobs. This is a job producer. It doesn't only serve patients, but it produces jobs for hundreds, thousands of people, and I think that they're heroes. People that work for the hospital, not just South Nassau, but all over, are heroes for what they've done during COVID and what they do every day. So I'm fully supportive of it. I have reached out to the town and they're aware of it, of the project, and I fully support it. And I look forward to bringing this up before our local economic assistance corporation board meeting on Thursday night. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Now, I would like to ask if there's anyone else that would wish to be heard with respect to the issuance of the Series 2022 bonds and/or the location and nature of the Series 2022. Hearing no one further, I'd like to bring this public hearing to a close. On behalf of the issuer, I thank members of the public for attending this public hearing and for their comments with respect to the issuance of the Series 2022 bonds and/or the location and nature of the Series 2022 project. The time is now 4:10, and I call this meeting to a close. Thank you.
Thank you. Great.
Yeah.